heart, or he's trying to protect his solar plexus. He is putting up a wall, and he's not even looking at the ones that he has. He's looking down, he's looking inwards. Even his heart space is blue. Someone here doesn't want to admit what they did, or admit that behavior was not beneficial to both parties or to themselves. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a cycle broken. For this person who's claiming that it's a cycle broken. Yeah, Two of Cups is coming out to the Four of Cups. This person is dismissing someone else's pain, be that yours or their current partner, for example. Can I get a couple more here? Tell me about this Ace of Cups, please. Thank you. Okay, that's interesting because it came out on its side. The Six of Cups is talking about nostalgia, childhood, the past, and when it's in reverse, we're talking about a person's past. It does feel like maybe this was very emotionally led, and every time they pull up that event or that relationship or portions of the relationship, they're actually pulling up how they felt in that situation, in that experience, and it can mar or damage the actual truth of what happened. So this person may not even believe that they did anything wrong, or that anything was wrong, anything was done to them, if that makes sense. We have Death coming out, and we have the Tower. Okay, so some sort of ending. This person does not accept that something is over. They do not accept it in any way, shape, or form. We have here the Two of Wands. It does feel like there are steps that this person has been taking. And I think there have been steps that they've been taking to create a narrative that seems better for them, especially around people that they care about, be that family or a present partner. Tell me about this, please. Tell me about the Six of Cups. Oh, hello. Three of Swords. Okay. So we have a lot of sadness, grief, the feeling of loss, but we also have an energy of really allowing our emotions to cloud our judgment rather than leading with more logic. And I mean, the Three of Swords, there's nothing wrong with feeling your feels and feeling sad and, you know, processing those more volatile emotions, because they're all important. It's just that there's something about this Three of Swords that always tells me that we need to ground ourselves as we are people to be doing so. My name is Bronwyn. This is Bronwyn's Code Tarot 111. If you are new to my channel, welcome in. It's really good to have you here. If you are a returning subscriber, Soul Family, it's good to have you back. I will be ringing a bell just to cleanse the space around us, for me, for you, for everyone. If you have any type of sound sensitivity, please turn down your listening device in 3, 2, and in 1. Okay, this person's been keeping something to themselves. I don't know if they have like blocks in their memory, almost like willful amnesia. They may not even be willful. Like they put something away that they can't access, or maybe you have. When I was ringing that bell, it felt very tight, like protecting myself. I've got to protect myself. We have the Hierophant coming out, so that's very interesting, because the Hierophant, we are talking about courts, we're talking about large establishments, maybe for the government as well, churches. But it does feel, the Queen of Cups coming out here, something's going on with a relationship now that this person's in. but there seems to be patternings of behavior from when they were in the relationship with you. And it gives, for example, domestically, whether that is lots of arguments, whether it's fist fights, whether it's, shouting in front of the children or having a massive argument, it feels like the police have gone to their house quite a lot, or there's been a lot of different outside agencies helping. It could be the social services coming in and giving them the support that they need. It feels busy, and it feels busy, and it feels like this person is trying to contain everything. They're trying not to let something slip. What are they trying not to let slip? Oh, okay. The fool's coming out here. So there's something about either running away, because I know the fool is not about running away. It's about new beginnings. It's trusting in the divine that you are going to be held, you are going to be caught if you jump into that abyss, right? You see even the dog isn't looking down, he's looking outwards. And this person here has their eyes closed because they just trust. But they are looking into this person maybe for the relationships then, how quickly new ones come in. But tell me about the lovers, please. Ooh, okay, right, quick. 10 of Cups, it's an unhappy home. It's an unhappy home. That's what they're looking into. So they're looking into unhappy homes, so it could be to do with children. It makes sense why we have the 6 of Cups coming out here depicting children, and the 10 of Cups depicting children, but in reverse. Okay. It seems like they are investigating either accusations, reports, or just a pattern of behaviour. Because I don't know who they're with now, and I don't think that it's that important to know who they're with now. I think it's more to do with, if we're looking at emotional neglect or emotional abuse, this doesn't have to be just towards, let's say, the adult. It could have been towards you and your children, especially if you had like a blended family, or maybe you had children with this person, maybe you're taking care of their children. This is definitely being investigated, and I feel like this is something that with the 5 of Cups here, this person is playing the victim. They are playing the woe is me, everyone's out to get me, it had nothing to do with me, because this person, there's something about them looking back and refusing to admit that certain things happened and that it was at their hands. This 5 of Cups is the energy of, I'm all by myself. I mean, this person must be crying so much that they filled up every single one of these cups. And then you have the 9 of Swords in reverse. So the thing is as well, is that I feel like there's part of this person that really believes in how they twisted the past and what they remember of it. And then there's parts where they don't, where they actually don't. This is all for show. Because you have the 9 of Swords in reverse. This person ain't stressed out. This person isn't worried. This person isn't, they're actually this 5 of Swords. They're angry. They don't like the fact that they're being picked apart by someone that they can't push away, or by a governmental body that they can't push away. They can't just leave. They can't just leave. It does also feel like for someone specifically, and look, we are going to be talking about emotional abuse here, so if you feel like you are not ready to delve into that, or you're not wanting to have a listen to that because it may trigger something for you, please come off this video, and I've got many other videos that you can watch, okay? Do this at your own pace. Your healing is your own journey. I'll give you 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to continue. It does feel also like there may be an investigation into this person, how they used words to manipulate and make other people feel lonely in the relationship, be that you or the person that they're with now. There's something about this person's character that screams weaponized incompetence, but also I don't know, there's something about when they get angry, they get hurt. This person may have a lot of they may feel rejection quite sensitively. Maybe they may say really nasty things when they're hurt. They may say really nasty things. I heard in there HIGH. This Five of Swords here, we have two on the floor, so we have doubt, we have confusion, and then we have two in one hand, so that again, doubt and confusion, and then we have one, a message. It's almost like I am going to attack you before you attack me, because I don't know where I stand, or you're rejecting me. It does feel like this person may need some mental health support, and I'm not bashing this person for having, issues with their mental health. It's okay not to be okay as long as you're not doing it by yourself. But with that being said, that they can't use that as an excuse to then be an issue human being. They can't. That's just my opinion. There does seem to be, I don't know, I feel like people around them are starting, maybe in their support network, are starting to see what they did to you, because they're seeing this person's really manipulative ways, especially when it comes to whoever they're with now or their children. It could be your children together. Seven of Pentacles, to the Five of Swords. This person holds a grudge. They hold on to what people say. But the Queen of Wands coming out here to the Seven of Pentacles. They may, the Queen of Pentacles is not just about like spell work. That is a personal thing for me. The Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is also to do with the sacral chakra. So we're looking at family. We're looking at creativity, birthing new ideas into life, or even children. There's something about wanting to control. Tell me about Temperance, please, in reverse. Thank you. Got the Knight of Pentacles. Okay.
Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. Whether it's a long day on your feet, a demanding workout, or everyday aches and pains, you need relief that can keep up when pain persists. Aleve is here for you with longer-lasting body pain relief compared to leading OTC-branded pain relievers. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
Alright, so this person is definitely being monitored in some way. They may have a history of domestic abuse, of physical abuse, or definitely emotional abuse coming through, emotional neglect. And they may hang very heavy on the fact that they are, grieving, or that they can't regulate their emotions over here. The Knight of Pentacles in reverse, we're talking about a behaviour that has been stopped, a behaviour that is no longer cycling through that karmic ever-going wheel when we don't learn the lesson that the universe is trying to provide us. But Temperance says something else. Temperance in reverse is saying that as much as this person is saying, no, I've changed my ways, or no, I'm doing the healing, I'm doing the introspective work, they may not be actually doing it. Because it seems instead that they like to just go and party, or they like to pretend that everything is fine. This person may not. They may have been suggested to go to a therapist, but they don't want to. The Three of Cups in the upright is celebration. It's party. It's yay, let's go out and have fun. Could also just be drinking. The Eight of Wands is fast. It's a fast acting movement. This person likes to cover things. Maybe this person has addictions. I don't know. Why addiction? Because the truth is coming out about the relationship. The truth is coming out that maybe in the past people didn't believe you about this person because they were so good at playing the victim or playing the woe is me that you could have been seen as the perpetrator. You could have been seen as the predator. You could have been seen as the villain rather than them. And it does seem that there is a thorough investigation going on, but it's quiet. It doesn't feel like it's right in your face. It's like someone collecting information and just quietly noting things down. I had expect a call. You may get a call. I don't know, CPS, the police, whoever. And please only take this if it resonates. If this is in any way like a shock to you, or it is news to you, or it's concerning you, then it's just not your reading. Seven of Wands on the back.
Hold on a second.
Page of Pentacles, we have some sort of, it's not an investment. It's not so much an investment, but there does seem to be some sort of pouring into, there's something about young children, like the age between 0 and, not 10, maybe 0, 5, 0 and 7, where there's a lack of interest, or maybe too much interest. And then we have the Seven of Wands coming out, and then we have the Five of Cups again. There is an energy of pitting people against each other. Like, you know, when parents have split up and they don't like each other and they use their children's cause, or they try to poison their kids' minds. Like, love is conditional rather than unconditional. And if you know, do you love daddy more or do you love me more? Because that's messed up. We've got the Five of Cups, we've got death as well. Okay. Tell me about the Two of Wands, please. Okay. We have 2 cards coming out. We have the Devil and we have the Three of Wands. That's interesting, but we have the Two of Wands and then we have the Three of Wands. So it feels like something was done here to, I don't know if it was done to the children or if it was done via the children. It's almost like it's not just the emotional abuse, or it's not just the emotional manipulation. Because the Two of Wands and Three of Wands is expanding on something. It's an action that's already begun because we already had that Ace of Wands. We're in the Two of Wands, we're kind of figuring out
like
how
this
we're going to
Sunday.
go forward. And then the Three of Wands is expanding that, because in this one, he is holding the world in his hands. He is looking out, he's not looking back to where he's come from, he's looking forward, like, where could I go? And then he's made his mind up, and he has already, you know, he's sent out the ships, go explore, off we go. And it's the Devil. So this feels like a plot plan or scheme specifically based in fear, because the Devil talks about our fears, our insecurities, our addictions, things that are not for our highest and greatest good, that really keep us in our self mode rather than pushing us into our north node. It feels like this person may also play on the fact that maybe they were a child, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone, let alone with someone's enemy. But just because it happened to you doesn't make it right to do that to someone else, no? When I put down, do you just see which one do I put down there? Yeah, that wants to go there. That wants to go there. And then we're going to put the Three of Wands over here. It feels like, no, I feel like they should be swapped. I honestly feel like they should be swapped. They continue doing something here because they allow their emotions to get the better of them. We've got Justice coming out. We also have the Queen of Swords. They've lied to the justice system. They've lied about something here. It feels like they've also lied about experiences with you, because they, to a certain degree, believe that. Like if you were looking after their children, or you were taking care of their children and your children, it feels a little bit like with the Page of Cups in reverse to the Nine of Cups. They were doing something here that would purposely put you out of your ear. The Five of Pentacles is not having enough, feeling broke, feeling limited, right? They did something here to mess either with your housing, your finances, and they were smug about it. They were really childish and smug about it. And this is coming to the surface now. People are realizing, look, I opened it to the star. And that's all about, you know, being online, being seen. People are finding out about his family. Their family may know about this. The Wheel of Fortune. This person is an opportunist. They're being seen as an opportunist. So something that they're doing in each relationship, they're keeping hidden. Each relationship, King of Cups, they're coming across as being very protective and providing, but it's not the truth. Where do you want to go? Which one? This one? No. So did you want this done? Give me 1 second. Let Spirit show me. Here we go. Tarot article. Tarot star. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. Okay, what is this one? We've got Temperance in reverse. We've got the Page of Wands in reverse. Yeah, this person's trying to keep a mask up. And I just saw like this lady with a really stern look on their face. I didn't see who they were talking to. I saw them almost from their side, and they looked really angry. What was I showing her? I've got 7 of Wands coming out, got the 9 of Wands. Okay. So 7 of Wands, competition, 9 of Wands, sticking up for yourself. Sticking up, they may have stuck up for this person when it came to you. Like if you had made accusations against them, maybe you talked to the police, filed a report, they supported this person thinking that they were actually the one that was being wounded, be that emotionally, physically, spiritually, whatever that may be.
I don't want people to see me in here.
And I think they're realizing that they were
Okay, it's not
wrong.
in here. It's a thin
wrong.
blanket.
Tell me about this 10 of
And
Cups.
mosquitoes are getting in here. Mosquitoes are getting in here.
There's no question to share.
Knight
I
of
said in the
Pentacles.
first place.
This is a pattern that the family has seen in this person. They've seen this too many times now. Knight of Pentacles clears to Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you've got the King of Swords and you've got Half-Man. Okay. There is some sort of set of rules and regulations that have been placed on this person when it comes to regulating themselves, their emotions. They may have had to go to, maybe they had to go to therapy, maybe they had to go to rehab, anger management, something along those lines, and it's being enforced by the police. You have the King of Swords coming out here, so we're talking about high morals, we're talking about the law, law and order. We have the Hangman coming out as well, next to the Two of Cups and the Ace of Cups. So it feels like some sort of pause on a really bad relationship, a break. Did you have a break with this person? I don't know. They may be going through a break at the moment. They may not be able to see their children, be that with you or whoever they are currently with or going through this ordeal with. Tell me about the Page of Pentacles with they're being seen as very conniving, very manipulative. Shocking is what I heard. Excuse me, I stopped at the same time as saying shocking, excuse me. Shocking. People around them that believe them. They're shocked. They may be embarrassed as well. Let's put this one. So I'm like the 3 of Wands. 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands to the 3 of Wands. What means from that like this? 5 of Swords. Okay. So the 5 of Swords here, the 5 of Swords in the reverse would usually talk about moving away from conflict, arguments, accusations, really taking the high road and be peaceful. But I'm looking at this in the way that this person on the outside, like their mask, was very serene and peaceful, and I would never. But underneath, they're raging, they're angry, they're acting from their shadow. Tell me about the Devil here. 2 of Swords. Yeah, I think something has clicked in their family's head when it comes to this person and their behaviours and how they've made promises. These promises have never lasted when it comes to this type of behaviour. Maybe when they were younger they had this type of behaviour, I don't know. I was at the Wheel of Fortune here to the full. Strength is coming out here. Okay. When it comes to you though, when I heard you with this Wheel of Fortune and the Fool, you. So I don't know what they did when it comes to wealth and money. Nine of Wands is coming out here. They're being very defensive about something. What are they being defensive about? Spirit. The Emperor. The Emperor being in reverse. They're being very defensive about their anger issues. They're being very defensive about money being spent. They're being defensive about some sort of downfall of a side hustle of yours or a side hustle of theirs, their job, their business going bankrupt. They're being very sketchy is the word. Very, very sketchy here. Their family may not be they may not be giving a blessing to this person, especially in their current relationship. They're doing something dodgy. Yeah, with the High Priestess in reverse. High Priestess in reverse is crazy. Okay, so there could be a lot of shouting, a lot of. I'm seeing like punches, but I'm not seeing anyone being hit. It's like throwing. It's that song by Rihanna. Breaking dishes up in here all night. I don't know it properly, and I will absolutely red rum it if I can't really sing it. So it feels like a lot of that stuff happening. So Hangsman, please. Hangsman coming out. We have the Nine of Cups here. So this person didn't like that you set a boundary in this relationship, that you spoke up for yourself. They've done something here after the fact, maybe after you broke up. What did they do? What did they do here? Okay, so we have the Four of Cups. They definitely did something here that you weren't supposed to know about, with the Empress being in reverse to the Four of Cups. It was something that they may have done before. Excuse me, I've got a cough. They may have done it before, and they may be doing it at prison. It's the narrative. It's talking about their children, the children share with the third party. When it comes to you, it could be safety. It could be saying that you're the bully. You know, anything along those lines. They didn't want you to know about it though, but they definitely wanted it to disempower you. And that lie has come out. Yeah, we got that coming out here. They had to drop the facade. They had to stop pretending that they were okay with the way the relationship ended, and also the way in which they can't regulate their emotions. Tell me about the Two of Swords, please, in reverse. Oh, on the floor. So we do have the Magician coming out in reverse. The Magician, it speaks to alchemy, it speaks to healing, and it speaks to creating what it is that you want, but creating it with what you already have, okay, which really links back to alchemy. That being in reverse, they did something here because they were jealous of you. They may have done the same thing with the partner they're with now. This may be why they were making lies about your temperament when it came to caring for your children or caring for their children, because there is jealousy here, especially with the Devil coming out, and that's for sure. That is for sure, because we have the Two of Swords in reverse. This Magician in reverse is acting out of the shadow, doing something here that diminishes or takes from you, or takes from somebody else here, doing it in the dark. So they may have tried to steal money or something along those lines over here, and they've been caught out for it. You may have earned more money than them, or you may have, there's something about them just not liking the way you live. There's something about the way that you live. And I think it had to do with your comfortability in either your job or your, it could be that you're a housewife or a house there, and feeling ashamed. So something was outed, and it was outed in a big way. It was outed in a really big way. We also have gift coming out here, which says date, letting you know, surprise, and thinking of you. This person has held on to something, or they've had to turn that around, like hiding it. They may have been hiding something of yours that they've held on to from the past. Okay, this is strange, because I don't know if this person's married or if this person's with somebody else now. Whatever's going going on here, it definitely broke down a family unit. Building foundations, feeling safe and starting a family is in reverse. It's actually breaking down a family here. Tell me about the SEX addiction, please. What do you need to know about this? Yeah, this is something that they've kept quiet for a very, very, very long time. Jealousy, talking behind back, being envious, pettiness, and attention seeking. Okay. Someone here, it may have begun, like this addiction may have begun in trying to gain someone's attention, and it went from that, regrets coming out, to, look, you've got union, maybe it was trying to make someone jealous, and it went from just that to becoming something that they craved, because it seemed like maybe you had moved on. With regrets, blamable, being distant, guilty, and feeling ashamed, and then we have union, reconciliation, coming back, second chance, and rebuilding. So this is somebody that you may have been romantically involved with, someone who wanted a second chance, but they couldn't get your attention, or they couldn't get you to answer them, so they were doing things with other people, hoping that it would get back to you, and it may have got back to you, but you seem to not care, or maybe you did care, but did not respond, because it wasn't something that was helping your healing, especially with healing coming out in reverse. Self-care, introspection, and meditation, or the lack thereof. Tell me about this obsession that people are seeing been outed. So two women masculine energy, authority, discipline, and father figure. Please know that if I talk about pronouns today, I'm not talking about genders, I'm talking about the energies that we all hold. So just because you see a man on there and it says father figure, it doesn't have to be a man. We can be talking about he, she, they. We all hold those energies. We're talking also about providing motivation, ambition, fire. We kept having fire come out before, didn't we? Seems like you've been protected from something here. Protected from this person. Protection prevented from harm and divine intervention of Archangel Michael, and smell the roses. Slow down, take some you time and get out into nature. So it seems like you have a lot of angels around you, either blocking the messages that were coming through, advances that this person was trying to make, or dramas that they were trying to stir up to make you jealous. You may have not even realized they were doing these things, because Spirit wanted you to be focusing on self. Spirit wanted you to be pouring into yourself and feeling into yourself, specifically a breakup. Yeah, you've got love there coming out, up or down, up. Dirty little secret, SEX feeling down low. It seems like this person feels very, very guilty, or whoever it is they were having an affair with feels very, very guilty here, because they feel caught out. They feel isolated, or you had rejected there, now you have rejected, left alone, and self-inflicted with tension in reverse, stressed out, migraines, and worry. I think it's more than just having an SEX addiction. It seems to be a lot of vindictiveness coming through here, a lot of pettiness, things that may have been done to try and isolate you or hurt you after the fact that the relationship had ended. Okay? So you've got hopeful in reverse, trying to take away some sort of hope of healing. This is being outed in a massive way. It seems to be, it doesn't seem to be one person that's embarrassed for it. It seems to be an entire group of people. It seems to be an entire group of people. Who are these people? Okay. These people here were not stressed by the chaos that they created for you in the past. There's something about dating, getting back with you, let's move on. What is this gift? They wanted to send a message. Is this like a coven for harmony with feminine energies around this masculine? I heard yes. They seem to have enjoyed reveling in chaos, or the chaos that they created. They told us to put that one down just yet. They do seem maybe a bit quite jealous of your opportunities to grow, your opportunities to date certain people. Now, this is past energy. Know that my readings are timeless, I can be picking up on past, present, or future. We do have running, and we also have missing you with Let's Talk Reunion and Longing in the past.
Can you use that?
We have running coming out
Like
here.
standing directly like behind me, like put your hand up with my head, like level with my head.
Okay. Tell me about that.
Seems the second time I actually not to do it.
Safety cards came out. Archangel Michael was coming out here. I don't know if this person is trying to come towards you now. There was something that they had planned to do now, but it all depended on them being able to keep this light going. We have got today coming out with good vibes now and in the moment. Okay, with possibilities, follow your dreams, make up your mind, believe in yourself. And then you've got soulmate, twin flame, friendship, or romantic partner coming forward for you. Yeah, you have a group here that were trying to diminish some sort of connection that you were able to have. They may have been very, very jealous of the connection that you had to an ex here, but this ex seems to be someone who was building on a light anyway. The people around them, these feminine energies, feel very possessive over this masculine from your past, and they also seem jealous of a masculine that may be coming in your future. We have nightlife coming out with striptease, gamble, and Vegas in your past. Yeah, there's been a lot of talk of you having an SEX addiction, you being the one that kind of rocked the boat, you're the one that's making people sick. The reason why you were isolated is because you were a witch. There's some really nasty things being said. I'm going to take you more from there. How would you like you? Let's see. Okay, people started to butt heads in the group. They didn't see eye to eye, or there were certain things that were said that they didn't agree with. It feels like somebody who has like sister wives, for example. That doesn't mean they have, but it feels like sharing one person between you and me, and there's a lot of jealousy, there's a lot of like comparison, there's a lot of, well, that's not fair because I haven't seen so and so in how long, because they're still raising their kids together. We have the devil and we have the Four of Pentacles coming out here. We have a lot of control, and we have a lot of control issues, as well as being possessive, controlling, mistrust. And there's some, I just like making a mark on a community. Making a mark on a community. What does that mean when it comes to this masculine? You have to think on that. This masculine energy, it feels like you may have caused major stress for this group when it comes to this masculine energy, because this masculine energy only wants to look at towards you and making some, so it's not making amends. I feel like the masculine energy may be their bread and butter. And this masculine energy, like I've seen this as distorted masculine energy. Why did they have a crash out at the funeral? Why did they have a crash out at the funeral? So it wasn't the masculine energy, it was the Queen of Cups that had a crash out at the funeral. They may have been the one that had the longest affair. They may be the one that has an SEX addiction, along with whoever this masculine energy is. I heard hate mail. Chariot's coming out here. You were moved away from danger. You were moved away from somebody here who could have possibly been abusive, vicious, violent. Could have had a lot of addictions. As we see, we've got SEX addiction up there. We could have had drinking issues. We also have the Five of Cups coming out in reverse. It feels like we have somebody who used to party quite a lot. This masculine over here used to party quite a lot. around them bereft. But I feel like they've been outed for lying. There's a lot of weird energy coming through here. Nine of Swords is coming out underneath. It feels like this entire kind of group lies and control, but no one says that. And I think that there's something that you may have said or done that is kind of opening this up. It could be something legal is coming through. But the Nine of Swords being here. It feels slightly culty.